Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
What's up?
What's up? All right, so we have some big plans ahead of us for the end of this month, don't we?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You know, it's April 1st is Scuba Radio's 25-year anniversary. We were talking about this last week. We've decided to book a cruise over to Bimini. Really, the focus is to go over to Bimini, possibly dive with the hammerhead sharks, bring the dive god Neil Watson along with us.
I don't like the way you say possibly.
What do you mean?
That's happening.
No, Neil is guaranteed.
No, I want to do the
hammerheads,
yeah.
right, of course. Well,
when you say possibly, I don't like that.
Well, I mean,
so
you have the option. You can go to Bimini. We can do the hammerheads. We could do the stingrays. We could
I'm gonna do the
wild
then.
spotted-nosed dolphins. We could snorkel the Sakona. We could partake in a cocktail or two there, on the white sand beaches of Bimini.
There may possibly be some drinking.
There could be a little bit of that because we're going to be very much in a celebratory mood because it's our 25-year anniversary. I think it's only appropriate we mix the two a little bit.
April 1st, April Fool's Day, perfect for the ship of fools.
Correct. It's the Scuba Radio Ship of Fools.
The Ship of Fools.
Yeah, this can't.
You should have T-shirts made up. Ship of Fools Tour.
Be careful how you say that. Yeah, but
bunch of ship heads.
Yes, exactly. But this kind of came together pretty quickly. I was talking to the dive god Neil Watson about doing something special for our anniversary, and I was like, "Hey, let's do this. It'd be a way to get over to Bimini. We could have some, onboard fun on this new cruise ship that Sir Richard Branson launched during COVID. Probably not the best timing in the world for that.
The Scarlet Lady.
Yes, and they got all these things on board and shows and food and."
Yeah, I just booked today.
Sweet. So Bubble Boy's on board as well. So we get the three amigos at least booked at this point. And I know Casey the Tobacco Nut's planning to do just that as well.
I'm standing by. If the doctor gives me an okay at the end of the week, I'm ready to hit the keys on the phone.
Right on. And then Jerry the Diver Guy.
Grease the wheel a little bit.
Yeah. Jerry the Diver Guy just bellied up to the video. Did you see that?
I missed that.
I was like, what the hell was that?
What happened?
I was like, what is he doing? You can only see this on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch, and we apologize in advance. But I thought he was kind of doing like a before and after pose.
Did it look like a colonoscopy?
Thank God. He didn't bend over. We just got
Do you need me to bend over?
No, we don't.
Was that a navel or a butthole? I can't tell.
Put your finger in it.
Oh, hey, no, quiet.
Stop it.
Quiet.
And we're off the air.
Yeah. So, we have these festivities planned. Jerry doesn't know if he can get off work yet, so he doesn't know if he can go. Is that the case, Jerry?
Doesn't he own the company?
Wait, hold on. One at a time. One at a time. Jerry the Diver Guy, what?
Some of us has to make money.
Okay.
To support you, loser.
Okay, he could do that. He could pay for our cruise fare. That would work. As long as, someone's going to pay for it. That's fine by me. And Casey the Tobacco Nut, he just has to get a permission slip from his physician because he's Casey the gimpy-legged diver.
One-legged pirate right now.
One-legged pirate. Okay, that sounds better than gimpy.
Casey.
Yeah, if they cut the cast off Friday, I'll be on the ship. If they recast it for 4 more weeks, I won't be on the ship.
He could be one of the drummers for Spinal Tap, Stumpy Joe.
You know that
Stumpy
damn
Joe?
groundhog seen its shadow, so I'd say you're going to see the doctor's shadow. So you'll get 4 more weeks of cast.
What
That's the
hell's
way
a-
to think.
Yeah, well, see, Jerry's saying that because he's not going. He doesn't want you to go. He doesn't want you to have any fun.
What the hell's a groundhog
Really
have
does,
to
sir.
do with my leg? No,
Nothing.
don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Right. But, okay, so this Friday you're going to your doctor, and you're having your
Yes.
cast cut off, and it's supposed to come off and stay off. Is that the plan?
It's supposed to come off and stay off. They're going to do the x-rays and see if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Right.
If it is, I'm good to go. If
Casey,
it's
did you get that
not, then we
cast from
recast.
kicking too much ass? Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
that's probably it. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Pretty much. You'll notice Barry's not on today.
Yeah.
You busted your vestibula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
He had stuck his foot up Barry's butt, and
Someone had to do it.
and that which explains why Barry's not here.
Well, would that
I think
help?
That's what it was.
And then he sat on it.
And next thing you know, we're calling him Gimpy.
And then
Gimpy,
Casey-
the one-legged diver.
Casey pulled it out and said, "What a good boy am I."
Oh, wow, this just is
Took
really
one for the team.
Just a
It's
tip.
worse than
If
worse.
he ever
On the
offers you
tracks
blackberry
now.
pie, don't take it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's enough. But anyway, this is going to be a great adventure, and there's obviously going to be some diving involved in Bimini. And actually, we have a stop in Mexico, too. We could potentially do some diving there as well.
You know what, too? It's Bubble Boy's birthday.
That is
on
correct.
Friday, on that Friday.
Not only is it Fool's Day,
it's our fools. Day.
exactly. It's
our
Bubble
fool.
Boy's birthday is also coincides with the 25-year anniversary of Scuba Radio.
And the
on
only
April
reason
1st.
I could call him that is because I am too.
What, foolish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's making all the racket moving around and stuff? You hear that, CJ?
Yeah, I think it's
That's my
Jerry.
drink.
That's your drink?
That's my drink,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, you need to cut that stuff down. It's distracting.
What is that? What do you got there?
He's
It
got
is
his
a health drink that my mother's private duty nurse starts making. She's like a cross between Daphne Moon and Mrs. Doubtfire. And I put vodka in it, so it's healthy. It's good for you.
That looks like the Scuba Radio splash. You know, you think? It could be.
We could call it that.
Then it looks like he's having his Scuba Radio happy hour. He's priming his liver for our cruise that we're going to do. And I'm pretty excited about this on many levels because, you know, this is a new cruise line. This isn't your typical, you know, Royal Caribbean Carnival thing, whether you're a fan or not. You know, that's beside the point. I'm very interested to see what Richard Branson has put out there because he is an avid diver. I've said this before, but I do know some people in the dive industry who's worked with him, and he's very environmentally, woke or whatever you want to call it. He's very aware of the ocean and wanting to protect it.
Let's
and that
call
kind
it
of thing.
conscious.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Environmentally conscious.
Yeah, and he's sensitive to those issues that, you know, sometimes the cruise ship industry doesn't exactly help with potentially. You know, there's a lot of people that are not fans.
They're not going to dump their sewage on you when you're diving.
Hopefully not. You know, I that wouldn't be ideal.
Brown eels coming to get me.
No, they actually, the newer cruise ships are pretty high tech on how they treat all that stuff. It's pretty remarkable. I've actually done some behind the scenes tours of some of those, and the newer boats are actually way more technically advanced when it comes to, you know, dealing with the sewage issues that has given the industry a black eye. You know,
Bake
over
it,
the years.
dry it out, sell it to the tourists as jerky.
Okay, yeah, I guess you could
Try
do that.
this one. This one's nacho.
Huh. Well, you know, whatever works, I guess.
Turd on a stick.
Huh. Sounds delicious. Not. But anyway, it'll be very interesting to see how this plays because, you know, I don't look at going on cruise ships as a dive trip generally at all.
I look at this one as a dive trip.
Well, it is. It goes to Bimini, which is a super awesome
That's
dive.
just a way to get there.
Well, not just it is. It's great. But the thing is, usually you only get about maybe 7 to 8 hours on an island at a port when you're on a cruise ship. They're actually going 8 a.m. and they don't leave Bimini till 10 p.m.
Nice.
That is a good long day.
That's 14 hours.
You could get a full day of diving in.
That's our plan, too.
Couple tanks in the morning, couple in the afternoon. That's generally not possible on a typical itinerary. And if so, you're really under the gun to kind of meet the times and stuff. But it's kind of cool that they have this itinerary out there that they just started doing with this Virgin Voyage thing. So it's going to be interesting to experience it on many levels and just enjoy ourselves, I believe, as well. Now, I will say I got a call this week from the drunken sailor.
You did?
And he heard us talking about this last week, and he wanted in on the action.
Oh, man. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't know what we should do about this. I mean, I it's
have
like
an idea.
we can't discriminate, I guess.
You can't stop him if he wants to book it.
Yeah, what, Casey? Country. What? Real quick.
Well, the cruise ship is docked real close to Walt's house.
Right.
So just tell the drunken sailor we'll pick him up on the way out.
Well, meet us under the dock at the Gomez Hilton. There you go. All right, that might work. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a ScubaRadio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Scuba allows a diver to go underwater 30 feet or so without tanks on his or her back, hoses attached to a raft on the surface. Great for kids, they gain confidence, have a blast, and it's very safe. And if you haven't done Scuba, you might like it. Factor tip of the day.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Look, people are dialing up, emailing us, whatever the case may be. Let's go straight to the phones, 888-88-SCUBA. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this? Hello?
Oh, maybe.
I knew it. I knew it, yeah. Drunken sailor. I told you.
a drunken sailor.
Yeah, I figured that much. Okay.
Como esta?
So you heard us talking about our 25-year anniversary and the cruise that we're doing. You called me earlier this week about it. Have you?
Yes.
Are you going to go?
See, amigo. I can't go on the cruise ship.
Oh.
I'm going to meet you guys in Mexico.
You meet us in Mexico. We are doing the Mayan Soul itinerary. We have a day.
I'm already in Mexico right now.
Oh, you're south of the border as we speak. All right.
Senor.
Okay.
Sí, senor. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm listening. Don't survey. Oh, wait, he's not talking to us.
Listen,
okay. Well, yeah.
I had to order when she comes by.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. Yeah.
Listen, I have two little girlfriends down here in Mexico.
Señoritas. You do,
well,
huh?
The one I call the señorita.
Yeah.
And the other one, and señorita, do you need a friend?
Oh my God.
Little guitars. And the other one I call Chiquita.
Señorita and tequila.
No, Chiquita.
Chiquita, like the bananas.
You know why I call her Chiquita?
Why?
Because she likes the banana.
Okay. Jeez. All right, I think that's enough out of you. Well, at least you know what? Enjoy yourself in Mexico. Maybe we'll see you.
I'll see you fools there. Adios.
All right, adios, amigo. Or drunken sailor. How do you say that in
thank
Spanish?
God he's not going to be on the ship.
Yes.
I think he'd be classified as an environmental hazard.
Right. Yeah. At least we're not having that much go on. So that's good. All right. So, yeah, I don't know what drunken sailor in Spanish, how you would say that is, but I don't know. CJ, you have any idea? How do you...
No, it would be backwards probably. Like El Sailor de... I'd have to look up.
Cervezas too muchas. Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Not even close.
I flunked out of 2 years of Spanish in college.
No
so.
kidding.
Yeah.
You speak the least Spanish of anybody that I know.
Well, you're welcome.
Any of my friends that live in Florida, it's amazing. I mean, you don't pick up at least un poco.
Un poco.
A little.
Oh, right.
Oh my
That's
God.
Un poquito.
Thank you.
Okay, well, at least he won't be on the cruise ship with us. Thank goodness. But we may run into him in Mexico. When we
I
have
can
a day.
tolerate that. That'd be
Costa Maya. I've never been to Costa Maya, Mexico. It's like south of Cancun and Cozumel. I know there's some dive operations.
I think that's where I
Costa
went.
Maya.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, if he's down there now, he'll probably be arrested by the time you guys get there.
Oh no, they're pretty lax in there.
Yeah, they have no laws in Mexico. Isn't that correct? I believe that.
Stay
hopefully
on the beach. You'll be fine.
He will have scoped out the tequila tasting establishments in the area.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure he'll have done that.
Yeah, because we may have to have, that's kind of a thing you do when you're not diving, or maybe we'll do a little dive and then later that evening.
Are you going to eat the worm?
Excuse me?
Do what is it, mezcal?
I don't know. While in Mexico, maybe
you should for the 25th anniversary. I think you should eat the worm.
I think you should eat the worm.
Come on, Greg.
I think you should eat 25 worms.
No.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wait till we get to Bimini and you can have the pistol of the conch.
Yes.
There you go.
Casey,
have you had
viral.
That? Have you? Casey.
Have I had a pistol of a conch?
Yeah. You ate.
I try and avoid any parts that might threaten my health.
Okay,
no, that'll help you.
No, he doesn't know what it is. I can tell by looking at his expression.
I know what it is. Yes. No, I'm.
Eat it.
No,
it is the male genitalia of a conch.
Eat it.
Yeah, I stay strictly away from male genitalia of anything.
Today. It's good that you're quitting.
Okay.
It's tough to go
He's on the wagon,
turkey, though, I bet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah. So you know about that whole tourist trap thing they try to sell you when you go to the Bahamas. Then is that?
Yeah. Greg pulled that crap on Bubble Boy and me one time.
And I gotcha.
Many years ago.
So we got to find someone else to abuse. You guys are all in on it. On the job. I mean, maybe. Well, he'll be in Mexico. They won't. I don't know. If they do. I was saying we can do that to the drunken sailor. Maybe we find some unsuspecting tourist on the vessel that we befriend.
That's a way to make friends. Here, eat this penis.
Well, you don't tell them that. That's not how you open the conversation.
I like these guys. They're regular Joes, just like me.
So,
here's a custom toothpick.
So no, but going back to that, how did I get you guys to eat it? What was the story? What was the
you
Bahamian?
just wouldn't shut up until we finally did it.
No. The Bahamians call it Bahamian Viagra. And if you eat the pistol of the conch,
we were peer pressured by a couple of mermaids too.
Well, duh.
We didn't do it for you, Greg.
Well, I didn't say you did it for me, but I'm just saying this is the setup. You say, it's Bahamian Viagra. It'll make you good and strong and federal like Big Boy. Well,
strong like bull.
Yeah, you adopt a Russian accent in the Bahamas, I think.
If it's Viagra, why'd the mermaids take it?
Good point. No, I think it works on both sexes, from what I remember.
That's why Greg took advantage of you all.
Remember, they're Scuba Radio mermaids. They're special.
Yeah, it was Mermaid Nikki and Mermaid Denise, I believe.
That sounds accurate. And where are they at now? No, they don't associate with us
Wishing they were
anymore.
us. Wishing they were coming on this trip.
Yeah.
I bet you if they knew we were doing this, they probably would.
They're now Mermaid Missy.
And
Missing out.
If the word gets out, they may very well jump on board. I mean, look, this is open to anybody.
Would be happy to eat the pistol.
Listening right now. If you want to join us, it's March 27th to April 1st. That's the Virgin Voyage cruise that we're doing.
We have mermaids that compete internationally. I'm sure the word is out.
Well, that may be. But for the folks that are familiar with the conch pistol story and why, you're supposed to ingest this, especially to unsuspecting tourists. I mean, it's funny once you've done it. It's kind of like a snipe hunt.
Greg doesn't tell them right. He was like, "Oh, it's tradition. You got to do it the first time you're here."
Well, it is. And it has no taste. It just has like a noodly kind of.
Yeah, you're so full of crap.
Well, that's the truth. Yeah, and then once once you're let in on the gag or whatever, then you can go and do it to other unsuspecting. That's the joy of life, being to bust the balls of your friends.
One day you'll grow up, Greg.
Never.
One day.
Never. I'm forever a child. Peter Pan ain't got nothing on me. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
People, let me tell you about a friend I know. Got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. And we're talking about this big adventure that we got planned. At the end of the month, it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm very much looking forward to it. We got 25 years to celebrate, and it's kind of like one of the first big trips since COVID too. So we got a lot of stuff to kind of get out there and get some diving in and things like that. But before we continue on with that, Vinny Two Tanks is connected as part of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. We got to take care of some business here. Let's see what we got here.
Scuba Radio viewer mail.
All right, this is from Joe R. He says, "Hey guys, I've been listening to every episode for the last 5 years. Just letting you know, I really enjoy the segments with the interviews of people and businesses developing innovative scuba gear. 2 examples would be the Paralens camera system and the folding fins that we did just a couple weeks ago. In both cases, I contributed to their Kickstarter program. Good job, Joe." And then he says, "I love the show and I love you guys. Wishing you continued success." So there you go. That was nice. That's a nice little.
Is that a real one, or did
yeah.
you make that up?
No, I read
Sounds
it right
made
off
up.
the thing. What do you mean? Sounds made up. Thanks, sis.
Yeah.
No.
Signed. Love,
Vinny
Greg's
thought he was
sister.
on drugs.
Right. Yeah. Say what there, Jerry? What are you saying?
Vinny thought he was on drugs.
I was just wondering what that glowing review. I wondered if he was using drugs.
Why? You don't think that's legit?
Well, you don't have to appreciate the show, but it helps.
Yeah,
that's
think
right.
It does help.
It makes the show go way, way better and faster. It sounds great when either you're loaded or on hallucinogenics. Right?
I can't say
because you're not diving, so you might as well partake and do whatever you need to do. Whatever works, right? More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
I used to watch you at the Improv when I was starting out. Things you made me laugh so hard because I had just started learning to scuba dive. You did that bit about scuba diving and how the whole point of the sport is not to dive.
There's a fish, there's a rock, who cares? Don't dive.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio, Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web, Bubble Boy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, Vinny Two Tanks, and Jerry the Diver Guy. And it will be more than just a sausage fest, at least an hour or two, because Mermaid Kristen is threatening to join us. And live, believe it or not, from Mermagicon is going on this week. Mermagicon,
Yeah,
I believe
I told you we had mermaids everywhere in the world listening to us.
That is true. They actually have some kind of competition or festival or something. Up there, I guess it's outside of Virginia. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's
open casting call. Open casting call to any mermaid.
Manassas.
Come join the show.
It's in Manassas.
Manassas, Virginia. It's
Okay.
next to Washington, D.C.
All right, which is obviously the mermaid capital of the world, as you would expect.
Pronounced Manasses.
There's got to be a joke in there about a city called Manassas.
Well, he just did it.
I think he did, and Bubble Boy definitely
Maybe
stepped
something
up.
better. Out
That was
there.
a good triple hitter right
he
there.
knocked that out of the park.
That was
Casey
pretty
lives
good.
by
Yeah.
Homo's asses.
Yeah. Okay.
Say it again, clean.
Manasses.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We won't be able to use that one when we get them on the air, so just get it out of your system.
Yes, we can.
No. Anyway, they are threatening to join
They like
us. an hour or two.
manasses.
Okay, all right.
They're
CJ.
girls.
All
Girls
right.
like manasses.
The ladies.
Like Bull
I
Run,
like ladies. All right. So anyway, so we have that to look forward to. Plus the diving in Portugal. I know that's kind of from left field, right?
Sure is, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, I got a guy.
Is the ship taking a left?
No, I have a
past?
guy scheduled coming on who runs a dive operation in Portugal, of all places, and supposedly diving's pretty good there. I don't know that much about it, and that's why I said, "Come on, tell
That's
us
where the
what you got."
Lisbonians are from.
In those neck of the woods, there's a dive show going on there, in a few months. So he's going to come
Would
on and
that
talk
be
about that.
warm or cold water?
I will have to ask him. Wait till we get him on the air. This is
How the hell do we know?
Yeah, this is a tease. I'm just giving a tease to put up with this nonsense that we're talking about now to get us through
I
the.
was giving you a ridiculous amount of credit. That's
Okay.
why.
Well, yeah, you know better than that. This is a tease. I'm going to use some bait with other mermaids and Portugal diving talk.
You are the masturbator.
All right, so some news that we need to navigate.
Edit that out.
Just quiet.
I'm not proud of that one.
There has been some news this week. You know, we've covered this story, I don't know, for the last couple of years. Been talking about the Goliath grouper and in Florida and how the dive industry and environmental groups have been fighting the effort to open up the Goliath grouper fishery in Florida. There was the final FWC meetings this week, and unfortunately, as I predicted, we lost. They are opening up the Goliath grouper to fishing. They're going to, set up some kind of tagging system where you can buy one of 200 tags.
Boy, those have to be a bitch to reel in and get up on the boat, man.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I want to be totally upfront because I said this from the beginning. I didn't jump on this bandwagon to fight it that hard because I just saw the writing on the wall right away when this effort started from the fishing community, and they really, they put all their muscle into it, and if you look at it from their side of the coin is like, look, this fishery's been closed down for 20 years, 30 years, or whatever, and they're like, well, when they closed it down, the idea wasn't to close it down for eternity. That wasn't the plan. The plan was to close it down, manage the species so we could, nurture them back to health. And then eventually, you open the fishery back up.
Well, maybe there's a small silver lining here. Maybe if they're busy catching Goliath grouper, they'll leave the sharks alone.
Good point. Could very well may be.
Maybe a couple less sharks get hooked. I'm all for it.
Right. Well, I don't know. But, the thing is, regardless of how you feel, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of them opening up the fishery. I just saw from the beginning and all the politics involved with this effort that I was like, we're going to lose this one. And I just kind of saw the writing on the wall and just said, okay, well, it is what it is.
Is it going to be a catch and release? Or
no, 200 fish will be taken out of the environment every year. They'll sell like tags.
Oh, that's bull crap.
Well, but here's the thing. The Goliath grouper, they can only take a Goliath grouper that's 2 to 3 foot long. They can't take the big monster VW bus ones. They can take 200 in a slot level between like 2 and 3 feet. So this is, that's what they've decided is going to be the allowable catch. Now, will they
younger ones?
Yeah, they will, of course. Yeah,
well, that's not good because then they don't get to grow.
Well, you think, but it's limited to 200 a year, and and then I guess each one costs like it might cost $200-300 just to get one ticket to be able to take a Goliath grouper.
All right, there you go. That's
is
why.
The demand going to be that strong for it? I don't know.
Probably. There's tons of fishers.
Maybe
fishermen's.
And will they hook?
How many will now get pulled to the surface?
Well, that's exactly. That's the 2 to 3 footers are the ones that they can keep. But of course, yeah, if you catch one that's too small or too big, what happens to that one? Well, they're supposed to let it go. Will it survive? Yeah, that's a whole thing
Got
too.
a fat lip.
Yeah, they kind of have fat lips already. I don't think you get much fatter in a Goliath grouper, but
big old lip.
But they I didn't know they talk like that either. But,
yeah, they have to.
Okay, well, I guess maybe they do.
Hey, Mr. Fisherman, please don't catch me. I just want to swim around, live my life.
Yeah.
And they got feathered hats and canes.
Excuse me?
God damn it, Casey.
Yeah, they drink that motherfucking beer, too.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, it's enough. That's enough.
And they wear yarmulkes.
Okay, all right.
Well, they're called Jewfish.
Oh, no.
How dare you?
Don't go there.
Isn't that true?
Bitty
No.
They used to be. Now they're called Goliath grouper.
Oh, I
too soon, Vinny. Too soon.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Right? Yeah, they did that. What, like 10 years ago, maybe?
Thousands of years.
Well, you gotta remember he's on the West Coast, so
and
it
I'm an
takes
old
a
guy,
while.
so what can you
Yeah, old, feeble.
Vincent.
But But anyway,
we're just kidding, Vinny. That was funny.
It was. And but the truth of the matter is, it has happened. It's going to happen. This might be for next year. I don't know when the fishery will kick in with this 200 thing. But I wanted to share the story from the standpoint of like, look, the sky's not falling. It's 200 fish a year. It's not really as bad as maybe it could be.
I have an idea.
But, it's never great. But, hey, there you go.
I have an idea. We can slow this down.
Yeah?
We find out where they're going to go fish for them.
Mm-hmm.
We get thousands of dive flags and buoys. We airdrop thousands of dive flags and buoys all over the place. They can't get close.
Well, first of all, there's a bunch of limits beyond the size limit where they can fish for them and they can't fish for them. That's the thing. This whole process has been going on for the last couple of years, and it isn't like, they've opened up the Goliath grouper fishery in Florida and, tomorrow a fisherman can go wherever he wants and catch one within that 2 to 3 foot range. It's not like that. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like you can't go, during this time of year, you can't go to this particular area because it's protected. And, so there's a whole lot of restrictions involved with this as well. So
nobody ever breaks the rules.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, I'm just, painting the facts out there that it's not as necessarily as bad as you may think. It's like, oh my God, they're going to start killing all the, Goliath grouper in Florida. It's
Greg
not
just
really
refuses to acknowledge the genius of my idea.
Well, a lot of those places,
I'm often misunderstood.
Well, a lot of those places where you would have a lot of divers may be the same areas where they're not allowed to go catch them anyway.
No, I'm not saying we're going to actually dive. I'm just saying we drop the dive flags on them and let them float around.
Oh,
There's
I got you.
Not actually any real divers
kind of like a false flag operation.
Yes, they think they're there and they're not allowed to get close to the dive flag.
Okay, well, if you want to...
You're the only one that didn't get that.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, I guess
See,
I was.
Casey's got his thinking cap on. That's why he connected with
He's what we call a listener.
He's a thinker. He's a thinker.
He's a thinker, all right.
Got thoughts rattling around in that head.
Okay, he's got something up there.
He's got marbles, and he's using them.
Okay.
And we know all the pilots from Just Plain Radio, so they could help us.
Okay, so we would just drop all the dive flags from an airplane.
We load up Dennis's plane, cruising low. Dennis!
Yeah, just drop them like carpet bombing the ocean for sites for Goliath group. Oh, maybe.
Then we got to swim out and get them later.
If you want to go that extreme, I guess you could do that, but I don't know. I don't
want to do it.
I just don't think the sky is falling or the sea is sinking around this issue as much as you may think initially. So it's not great news for sure, but not the end of the world. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Bonaire is back, and Caradonna Dive Adventures and Buddy Dive Resort is ready to welcome you to the shore diving capital of the world. Buddy Dive Resort is a diver's paradise where you can sit back and relax and get more bottom time than just about any other diving option available. And the diving is spectacular. Caradonna Dive Adventures is your Buddy Dive connection for Bonaire, and their travel experts will help you navigate everything to make your holiday worry-free. Call 1-800-328-2288 or go to caradonna.com. That's caradonna.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board aboard with you or not. I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hey, look here. Every once in a while, okay, there's a technological breakthrough. All right? It's what we call in the business a game changer. They got these things today, I'm telling you. You can go deep sea diving with one, okay? First, there was the clapper. You got the slap chop, George Foreman grill. Then you got this little baby right here, okay? It tells you all the stuff about the oxygen content in your tank. If I'd have had this thing back in high school, the depth, okay, that you can go, you talking about do some math. That watch does that? No, this thing here only costs $25. It's a calculator.
He's a high-tech diver, underwater man of mystery, a genuine survivor with all the latest dive technology.
This is Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. I'd consider myself a high-tech diver. I like the toys. It just adds to the whole experience.
You're a
the whole
geek.
event. I'm like the James Bond of diving.
Dork.
Excuse me?
Dork.
No. That'd be if you're like big time into the computers, which actually I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I like the toys, like the scuba jets. I like the extra, things that you can throw onto your dive kit to just, look all that much cooler. The latest stuff that just puts you over the top. The other divers look at you on the boat, go, "Whoa, I wish I had one of those."
No one's ever done that.
No, that has happened many, many a time.
Okay, must have been when I wasn't around because I don't remember ever seeing that.
Oh, yeah, it happens. I mean, even
I
amongst
understand
our
you have
group.
to exaggerate because you're the host and you got to make it sound exciting, but
I'm not talking about stuff in my board shorts. I'm talking about dive gear, products, things like that. Other things that I've had.
That's not much in your board shorts, though.
And you were looking why?
It's hard.
Take that! Take that!
How does he know? How does he know?
Anyway.
Mysteries of the sea.
Barry told me.
All right. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, we have some mermaids coming up in hour 2. We're also going to find out about the diving around the island nation of Portugal. Do you even know where that is on a map there, CJ?
I do.
It's on the Iberian Peninsula.
See?
Thank you, Vinny.
Vinny knows.
That's where Spain is.
I was going to say, but then he jumped on me.
Right, of course you
He
were.
pulled out the Iberian Peninsula.
There'll be no pulling out of
air.
anything.
I thought that was a beer.
Okay, so anyway, that's coming up in hour 2. Before we wrap up this hour, however, I got to bring up that show that we saw on Netflix a few months ago, My Octopus's Teacher, right? My Octopus Teacher.
Oh, God.
And I said how it kind of creeped me out a little bit when I watched that. I mean, I thought it was impressive.
Was
It
that
got
the
all
guy
kind of
that-
awards and
Was that
things.
the guy that would dive down with the octopus every day?
Yeah, and formed a relationship with the
that
octopus,
was
documented it.
You got to
And-
admit, the video was incredible.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he obviously bonded with this octopus in a way that towards the end of it, I started going, this is starting to look a little unnatural.
Well,
to
that
me,
was a
but
little, they threw that emotional thing in, but that was just.
Did he
that's
get
the
a hickey
movies.
from that thing?
I don't know what he got, but it started getting a little weird to me.
Yeah.
By the end of it.
I believe octopi give multiple hickeys at the same time.
Well, I don't know. I don't plan to find out myself. But there was an article that came out this last week that crossed my desk this week that a lady, a writer, a journalist was talking about the show and how it became wildly popular. I mean, the film, the documentary won all kinds of awards, and
it won the best documentary film of the year.
A lot of people have seen it.
I realized it would win.
Most people have seen it. It's an impressive piece of film, I think, overall, for sure. Despite on the stuff that we were talking about towards the end of it, where it started getting a little weird. But her point was that she thought it set a bad example for people wanting to go out and interact with octopus. And I'm like, it's a documentary of this guy and his octopus. What do you mean? So what, you're not supposed to share the story? You're not supposed to do it because it might become wildly popular and people might want to do the same thing or something? I thought it was kind of a lame attack.
Have you had calamari since?
Remember when we did the shark feeding? Suddenly, we were the cause of all the shark attacks.
Right. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's a similar type of argument. Like, oh, you got to leave nature alone.
There's always some kind of Karen that's got a bitch about everything.
I don't know what her name was.
Her name is Karen.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of argument, we'll go with that. But yeah, I was just like, really?
Shut the hell up.
I just didn't get. I was like, why are you? I mean, if you have a problem with what the guy did, I understand it. But so what is the solution? Oh, you should ban this documentary because you think people will watch it and want to go do what he's doing. If you want to take that scenario, it's no different than maybe a Jackass movie. You know what I mean? Like there's entertainment, there's things that happen and stuff like this. I don't know that you can keep people from doing dumb things, first off. And I guess it depends on your perspective on what you consider
can.
as
Look
dumb.
at all of us.
Beer, how about beer?
I think he just gave the opposite argument for his statement, didn't he?
I'm not going to even
try So I don't know. I for whatever reason that she threw it out there, was to get publicity. I guess it worked in this case. I just thought it was a lame attack. And like, what?
It was lame.
If you didn't like what he did, fine. But you don't shut it off or say, hey, you don't ever run this documentary. It'll set a bad example. How about that?
It only sets bad examples to morons.
Okay. So
agree.
As a group of morons, we can vouch for that, I guess, can't we?
Wait. Hold on a second.
Stand on your own.
Yeah, okay. All right, hour 2 is on deck. Stay close. We'll find out about the diving in Portugal and check in with Mermagic Con. They're magical mermaids joining us in hour 2. Just getting started, so make sure you stick around for that.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. And, we have a special guest joining us along with the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad all the way from Portugal. And I don't know much about the diving in that part of the world, but we're about to find out because Arlindo is with us. Arlindo, welcome to Scuba Radio. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Fine, thank you, Greg. Thank you all.
So first off, Portugal, just give us the location on the map on the outskirts of Spain or something. Is that where we're talking about, or how would you describe it, Arlindo?
I would say that Portugal is the east spot in Europe. So let's say the closest part from Europe to the United States.
Okay, farthest European nation away from Russia. Put it in perspective at the moment. Just bringing it into more timely events. So that's a good thing. But the diving there off the coast of Portugal is, you were telling me about this a couple weeks ago, and I'm anxious to hear a little bit more. But you said it's pretty varied. You can go to a lot of different types of dive sites and see totally different type of critters and geographic stuff underwater. Is that the case or what?
Yeah, absolutely. So Portugal is coastal Europe, and then you have in the middle of the Atlantic, let's say halfway from here to the States, the Azores archipelago, and a little bit to south, Madeira. It's another group of islands. So I would say that in this triangle, we really have lots of different things to see underwater. And it's true, from the big pelagic in the waters of the Azores, lots of different species in the waters of Madeira Islands.
Yeah.
And then here in coastal Europe, also a great variety of species, fauna, flora, everything you can get, you have it here.
Got it. So you said the Azores, right? Is that what you had mentioned? Now, and around there, do you have like big upwellings from deep, ocean depths or something, and that what feeds the critters and bring in the big animals kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about, or what?
Yeah, that too. Too. We don't dive with whales, but you can just watch them swimming around, which is an incredible show, in fact.
Okay, well, yeah, it sounds pretty adventurous. So what about the conditions themselves? Visibility, currents, water temp, what can you tell us about that that's typical for Portugal diving?
Yeah, I would say the waters are a bit colder. We dive here normally with 7 mil.
Okay.
But the visibility is incredible. And if you talk about the Azores, you have 30, 40, 50 meters visibility.
Okay.
Blue waters, crystal clear. It's really, really cool. And you dive all year round. So
there you go. All right. So it varies a little bit year to year. I mean, season to season, as far as what, like winds and waves and things like that. You got to take the season in regard in that case, or is it pretty consistent around year round?
Well, in the islands in the middle of the Atlantic, as you can imagine, the weather changes a bit, and sometimes it changes in a wild way. So yes, you can expect different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
But here in the mainland, well, it's more consistent. But of course, each season has its own setup.
Right. Yeah, just like you typically would anywhere, I guess. Yeah, but they dive year round. Sounds like 7 mil for you would be dry suit for a warm water Florida wuss like me. But that's fine. You get out there if it's worth the effort to put on all that extra gear and see cool stuff. I mean, what is the area known for as far as? Is there one particular type of marine life, whether it's sharks or, stingrays or whatever?
Portuguese man of war.
Portuguese man of war. Yeah. Do you have those?
No, you have a bit. You have a bit of everything. You have the manta rays. You have the blue sharks. You have whale sharks. If you want to talk about big mammals, you have congers. You have eels. You have blue rays. You have everything.
It's a nice diversity of stuff.
I want to go now.
Yeah, I mean the way he describes it, it sounds like they do. I mean it just sounds like no matter what you're into, you're going to find something that you could enjoy out there.
The whale sharks.
You're welcome. You're all welcome all to try it.
Yeah. But I would imagine the geography too, though, is it more kind of like rocky, volcanic kind of gray rock type of formations? It's not like super colorful like you would experience maybe in Fiji or something, right?
No. Usually I say that we have everything, but we don't have the Nemo, the clownfish. Yeah, that type of. Yeah, it's different. But about the temperature, let me just tell you something. Usually, people that come here are a bit worried with the water temp, but after the first dive, they never talk about the warmth of the waters afterwards.
Well,
after
look,
the first dive,
if there's a bunch of stuff for you to see, that it kind of distracts you from getting getting a bit chilled, and it's just like anything. You got to prepare properly and have whatever type of wetsuit or dry suit you choose to use.
I think it helps if you go
that, and a little urine escaping your bladder might help.
That's gross, Greg.
So, whatever it takes. I mean, once again, if the result is that you get to experience some cool critters, especially that much diversity in one spot, sounds pretty. Sounds like an awesome place.
Put it on the list.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't that familiar with the diving around Portugal, and how I found out about this is Arlindo is the man behind a new dive show that they did. First time was last year, right, Arlindo, for Diving Talks?
Last October.
Diving
Talks.
Diving Talks is the name of the show. They did it last October. They're doing it again this year in October, and the whole idea was to kind of put on an event and draw some attention to the diving in your neck of the woods, right? Was that the focus?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, we think that it is worth coming here and diving here because nobody knows about. Well, not nobody, but we don't have lots of people diving here. So I think it's great when you go in the water and you are just by yourself and your group of friends.
Sure.
So that is something different. And the show, because we really wanted to use something else first to share with the Portuguese diving community, and also to use that pretext to show to the world what we can do here in the water. Yeah.
Right. Well, and once again, just putting it on the map, or making divers aware of what you have there locally that they may not have thought about before. And I'm in that group.
And 6 more of us know now. So
that's
well
right.
done.
That's right. You gotta build it up slow, Arlindo. But no, I appreciate the effort getting the word out there, and it does sound pretty interesting. And basically, your story is what you were living where in the world, and then you ended up moving there, and like, hey, the diving's great here, and decided to start running a dive operation. What was your story exactly in that regard?
No, I'm Portuguese, and as a matter of fact, I'm Portuguese.
Okay.
So I was living in that. I've lived abroad also, but I know it because it's my country. It's my neighborhood. So I wanted just to share it with everybody. So that was the idea. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and he obviously is reaching out to the U.S. market quite a bit too, to make us us U.S. divers more aware of what they got in that part of the world. So I think it sounds pretty cool. And access to get there is not hard either from the States, being their closest European city or whatever, pretty much, right? And you get there from any U.S. hub pretty much. I would just fly into where exactly?
Yeah. No, there are many direct flights from New York, from Boston, from Miami. There are many direct flights that connect our countries. And yeah, you're absolutely right. We have had some U.S. divers coming here, and the feedback is great. So that's the reason why we were in Dima last year, and we will be also this year. So yeah, the idea is just to invite you guys to come and dive here.
There you go.
The diving talks, the perfect pretext for everybody to connect and to network a little bit and to dive also.
That's right. And the website for that show is what? Divingtalks.com, or what is it?
Yeah. You guessed it right.
Okay, perfect. All right, we got more of Arlindo talking about diving in Portugal. Plus, we got mermaids coming too. They're just around the corner. Stick around to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio Scuba Cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You are now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I like to go deep. So one time I went very, 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 very deep with the computer and everything.
Water. Water. Water.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. Arlindo from Portugal with us, talking about the diving in Portugal and the Diving Talks show that's happening the 7th and 8th of October in Portugal. Divingtalks.com is the website. And Arlindo, I don't know if you knew I was going to do this, but I'm actually going to give you the title today of the Diver of the Week, brought to you by Shearwater, the Shearwater Peregrine. Embark on your adventure. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy.
Okay,
happy.
That's all that matters.
Happy.
He's happy. He's the Diver of the Week, and it's well deserved because he's went out of his way to promote his local diving to the world, with a dive show and all that kind of thing.
That's pretty cool. I haven't won that ever.
Yeah, it'll never happen. So don't get your hopes up.
Are you blocking me? Am I blacklisted?
No. I'm just saying. I know you, and you just don't have what it takes.
I might get it. Nope. By the end of this month.
Not gonna happen.
By the end of
this month. Don't want to burst that bubble, but I don't want you to get your hopes up and then feel,
after Bimini,
disappointed.
You never know.
Nah, never happened. Anyway, Arlindo, you are the Diver of the Week, and it's well deserved, and bask in the glory of it accordingly. And so the Diving Talks show that you're doing in October 7th and 8th, anybody can sign up for this. They go to the website, buy a ticket, travel to that part of the world, or if they're already over there, they can just show up, I guess, that weekend or what? exactly?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So
Yeah.
you can buy the tickets at the divingtalks.com website.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come with a group or something like that, do connect with us, and we'll find a real bargain for your crew. And if you are here, of course, you just pop up and attend the show. We will be most happy to welcome you all.
There you go. And you'll have some exhibits like you typically would at any kind of dive show or event, and that kind of thing. But also like some presentations or panel discussions, I guess, about focusing on what Portugal has diving wise, or some of the dive operators in the area, or what exactly?
No, it's the talks are international in terms of themes and speakers, because as a matter of fact, last year we had many more foreigners than Portuguese divers talking about what they are doing, and the idea is to bring to Portugal those that are doing incredible things. Like, for instance, this year we are going to have Thomas Tashura from Poland. We are going to have Lee Bishop from the UK, Lee Bishop, which used to organize the Eurotech, as I'm sure you all know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We will have Xavier Maniscus from France, the guy that did the 285 meters deep cave dive. We are going to have Bill Stone, the inventor, let's say like this, of the MK6, the Poseidon rebreather. We have a different, many people coming from many parts of the world and talking about diving.
There you go. Yeah, sharing, their passion with everybody. Yeah. It's a good thing. I mean, that's pretty standard protocol for a dive event. It's interesting though, because where you're at and where we are in the U.S., there are different communities. I mean, all the diving celebrities we know, for instance, in the U.S., and the diving celebrities.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a celebrity.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Just a guy.
And I'm
put
not,
my pants
actually.
on one leg at a time, just like you.
No comment whatsoever. Yeah, but what my point is that the folks that are kind of, famous UK divers, a lot of people in the U.S. may not know all the names, and vice versa, So it's good to kind of cross-pollinate a little bit in that regard. And I think, that's why I wanted to bring Arlindo on today, to kind of make people more aware. We talked to Roz from the UK. She kind of keeps us up to speed a little bit on a lot of the things happening across the pond. But there's this huge gulf that we have separating us. And sometimes that you miss some great stories and some great opportunities.
The Atlantic Ocean. It's not a gulf.
Well, but it's, they refer to it, the pond.
You know what I'd like to
This
see?
is why you're never going to be the diver of the week from Shearwater.
Well, that's not fair.
Smart-ass comments like that.
That's why I'm here, Greg. It's my job. No, you know what I'd like to see on one of these dive shows, and I've been trying to bring this to the States forever, is the helmet polishing competition.
Really?
The old-time brass, the old diving helmets.
Yeah, save that for the mermaid
you get a bunch of
later.
mermaids, and you have them polish the helmet.
Yeah, quiet. I apologize,
I think it could catch
Arlindo.
on.
See,
you laugh, but
they don't allow this in your neck of the woods. This kind of chatter, do they? They frown on it.
No comment.
I think the French have a leg up on that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think we ought to leave it live.
The French.
So, Arlindo, do you get out there and dive in your part of the world quite a bit? I mean, weekly, or are you out every week doing something new, or
more than weekly? As a matter of fact, I was in this cave. I'm on the cave maybe 2 days ago, and I'm going back tomorrow morning. I love to cave dive, and we have also some great caves to dive around here. So
wow,
yeah.
So inland, you have what are they, springs, or what would they be?
Yeah, spring.
Oh wow,
spring
okay.
water caves.
Yeah. So you're a big, you're into the whole tech thing too, then, and going into caves. And
Did you go to Thailand?
No, I didn't.
Well, you saw it on TV or on Netflix, maybe something like that. But
he said he was a cave diver. I thought he might have went.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You're thinking of spelunking.
I don't think that's what he's thinking of at all. Yeah. You're really on a roll.
You don't know what I'm talking about when I say spelunking. So
I think I do.
I do, but
just quiet. That's enough. We have an international guest on the show today, guys.
Watch out for the mud hole.
They're going to create one of those incidents that we're not going to be able to recover from. All right, so you like doing cave diving, but is there a particular critter and stuff that you like to go out and befriend when you're out in the ocean off the coast of Portugal, Arlindo, or what?
Yeah, we go to if we talk about ocean diving, we will go for sure to the Berlengas Archipelago, with 6 miles from land, and it's an incredible location with very, very good views and incredible scenarios in the water. If you take someone there, blindfolded, and if you put him into diving, if he comes out, he's going to swear that he's not diving in the Atlantic, in the European Atlantic coast, because it looks impossible.
Well,
but
he'll think it's a night dive.
Well, yeah. Okay. I apologized once already, Arlindo, so I don't know what else to do. But yeah, I mean, so it's a surprising area that you have in Portugal. You're constantly taking people out, and they're shocked at what they see. Is that what you're saying?
That's true. That's true.
That's cool. It's a new thing.
Yeah. Once again, it's
another new diving destination. That's what I like to say.
Okay.
You are right.
Hot new.
And once, if you want to check out Arlindo's dive operation, by the way, it's PortugalDive.com, right? Do I have that correct?
PortugalDive.com.
And of course, DivingTalks.com as well as for the event. But check out either website and connect with Arlindo. We thank him for being on Scuba Radio today, the Shearwater Diver of the Week, and that CJ will never achieve. So there you go. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. All right, coming up, we're going to connect with Mermaid Kristen live from Mermagicon. Is that right, Jerry? Is that what it's called, Mermagicon? You're the mermaid expert of our crew.
Mercon or Mermagicon or something like that.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
so
sounds like he has a good grasp on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm there. Great.
He's right there with me.
As Bubble Boy said, it's in, what is it, man ass?
Man asses.
Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas.
Okay. So we have that coming up. We'll see where it goes. No telling. But leading up to that, what do you think Australia's X-rated underwater show is?
Oh, no.
I came across my desk, and I was like, whoa, what is this, Thunder from Down Under? Or something? Nope. It's a congregation of cuttlefish in Australia that happens every year, and they get together and mate, and divers go down and watch them.
That's sick.
No, it's underwater voyeurism.
Give them some privacy.
And it's Australians, Australia divers X-rated underwater show. I don't know what makes it X-rated.
Dinkum.
I mean, would you know if a cuttlefish was getting its freak on, by the way, if you saw it?
If it was attached to the other one.
Well, I guess. I don't know what they do. I haven't seen this. Have you seen this, Jerry?
Nope.
Have you seen a cuttlefish do? What about you, Vinny? Have you ever seen a cuttlefish get it on with another one?
Actually, I have in the Philippines. I was with a group where we spent over an hour watching.
How much did that cost you, Vinny?
Yeah, really? How much? Probably just $5, and it's really economical in that part of the world.
Exchange rate.
So I don't know, but evidently it's a thing in Australia that the divers go down there and take advantage of the underwater X-rated show of cuttlefish coming together, and they make different colors. That's what they it's very psychedelic. It's a very colorful experience, evidently, from what I read. If you have more details, feel free to share them.
You paint quite the picture.
Penthouse Forum.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Dude! An ancient sunken city!
Could it possibly be? Are the old legends true? It is. It's the fabled lost city of Atlanta.
Howdy, y'all. I'll take you to my island, show you lots of good time. I'll take you around the world and be proud that you are mine. I'll buy you lots of things, buy you lots of diamond rings. And anything you want, that's why I have to sing. Into Ilucha, oh yeah. Into Inagua, been there to into Long Island. All around the and Bahama, I'll walk a ski. So come go with me, come on, to be money.
At the end of the month, we're gonna do it. Everyone sing, come on.
Come on, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, gearing up for our Bimini adventure at the end of the month to celebrate 25 years of Scuba Radio. It's going to be fun. You're going to have to sing that song, do a conga line on the Virgin Voyage, CJ. It's going to be a blast.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, good times. All right, Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks. And now we have mermaids. Not just any mermaids, but Miss Mermaid Virginia, otherwise known as Mermaid Kristen, is with us from, is it Mermagicon or what is it, Kristen? Where are you exactly? Well, yeah, you got to turn your mic on. I can't hear you. I hear nothing.
She's muted.
She's muted. You got to turn your mic. There it is. Now we can hear you.
Can you hear me okay? Is the background noise too much?
No, it'll work. We'll make it work. She was underwater. Okay. She's a mermaid.
Yeah. I can step outside. It was just a little windy, so.
Understood. Okay. All right. But so the event is called what exactly?
It's called Mermagicon.
Mermagicon. Okay. So it's magical mermaids on display, and comparing notes and is there a competition or is it just a bunch of exhibits with mermaids or what exactly?
So it's both.
Yeah.
There is competition. It's the Mer Olympics. I don't really know what they do in it. I don't know. Do you know what they do?
I'm pretty sure they have a contest to see how long you can swim holding your breath underwater, like in one go.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So we got Mermaid Kristen. Who's the other mermaid there with you?
This is Mermaid Star.
Hey,
Mermaid Star. That's her. That I've met a few stars in my line of work. Yeah, but that's not an alias. That's her real name.
Well, where's the moon at?
Okay, awesome. All right, but anyway, okay. So there's a competition like the Mer Olympics, and and that's the thing you did last year, right? Where you actually competed, or no? That was a different event, Kristen.
Yeah, so the Mer Olympics is just for MerMagicCon. What I did was the Miss Mermaid pageant, which was separate. It was a separate competition.
Gotcha. Okay. So are you competing with anything at this event, or are you just on display? Just on display?
I'm just here for fun and to like get on the radio show and talk to you guys about mermaiding and scuba diving and like how it's integrating and all that fun stuff.
Exactly. So you got a bunch of people that show up and say, hey, I want to be a mermaid. I'm a diver, and I want to kind of branch out, diversify my underwater skills into mermaiding. That's kind of what you offer people on site, don't you?
So there's a lot of girls here that do that are already certified divers, and then they're like, oh, let me get into mermaiding. So like one of the girls I was going to get on the show with me today, but she ended up she was doing a showcase thing, so she couldn't. She's a NAUI dive master. Yeah. And because she's a NAUI dive master, she started getting into mermaiding from there. And then like same thing with Mermaid Rachel, she's like, I don't know how many instructor certifications she has, and then got into mermaid.
Right.
But with MerMagicCon, what you'll find a lot more of is girls who are already mermaiding, and then us trying to get them into scuba diving as well. So like there's a NAUI booth here representing like the NAUI mermaid classes, the mermaid certification through them.
Right.
Believe that there was supposed to be a PADI booth here for the PADI mermaid classes, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But
yeah, because you're a PADI mermaid instructor.
You were
aren't
supposed to bring that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that what
you were the one that's supposed to have the booth?
No.
And they're actually one thing that's new this year. They did intro to diving courses this year at the convention.
I gotcha. So even if you don't have dive skills, maybe maybe the mermaid stuff kind of hooked you in, and then you could actually turn them on to scuba diving, if that was goes both ways.
I can actually talk to you about that. That's what happened to her.
I got into Kristen kind of got me into the mermaid scene, and then from there I got into the scuba and freediving.
Nice.
So I have a freediving certification, and I'm working scuba.
Okay, well that makes sense.
What proposed to you underwater scuba diving?
Yeah, my husband proposed to me while we were diving in Japan at a reef. So
how about that?
Underwater, he had the ring and a clam.
Did he? He had the ring in the shell.
So he gave you a clammy ring?
I hate guys like that. They make the rest of us schlubs look terrible, Star. But
above and beyond.
Yes,
See?
It sounds like it.
That's how you do it.
I
think there's something fishy about it.
Okay, but Star, so you're in the process of becoming a certified diver, or you already got your certification, or you're just talking about it?
Diving certification, and I'm working on scuba.
Got it.
And Kristen's going to help me with that. But
all right.
scuba's next.
All right, there you go. Well, however we can get them. If we hook them when they're swimming around as mermaids and bring them into our little scuba diving world, it's all the better. And look,
and diving is already hooked to it, so
yeah. I love it. It's honestly changed my life for the better in terms of having all these cool friends around me and having more goals and more things to work towards. I love it.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're associating with the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, so let me just say this up front. Just block this portion out of your journey out of your memory banks there, because
we're what makes Kristen cool.
I remember everything.
Oh golly, you're doomed. I don't know what else to tell you.
I have a question.
Go ahead, CJ. What do you have?
Kristen, for the magic part, are they still doing that trick where they make the corn cobs disappear, or
no? There's no corn.
No.
It's not corn, it's carrots.
There, see?
That's it. Same
right.
difference.
It's a vegetable, not a starch.
Gotcha.
So anyway, but yeah. So I mean, how many people are at this event this weekend? You figure, and Manasses.
A few hundred, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a lot more vendors this year than there were last, obviously, because last year was like the first with like COVID happening.
Yeah. Well, Kristen, let me ask you, what about the vendors themselves? What are we talking about? Like people that make mermaid tails and you make mermaid tops? Is it that kind of scene?
Yeah. So Sarah, Star is actually a vendor here. She makes tops and she makes all these like really beautiful crowns. Like, so here's her tops.
Oh, okay.
She does. But she makes like those, like she's got like the crowns and everything.
Oh,
These are
right,
my
right.
crowns.
You got to have your crown. Mermaid has to have a crown, exactly.
Yeah.
Made out of
But what I like a
seaweed
lot
or something.
too,
Yeah.
You'll find a lot of stuff like this.
Yeah.
So her body lotions, and she's got like bubble baths and lip glosses, and it's all ocean friendly, ocean safe, things like that. So you'll find a few people that are doing that, but hers are different because like they've got like soaps and stuff.
Right.
But,
It's very important. Mermaids must stay lubricated because if they're out of the water too long, they dry up and shrivel into sea hags.
No.
No, that's not what happens.
We just grow legs.
Oh, you just grow legs. Okay, I'm mistaken. I was just, I don't know.
And then turn into a sea hag.
Oh, quiet. But yeah, it sounds like a cool event. It's all about just celebrating the fun.
Charmer you.
Celebrating the fun aspects of being a mermaid, which obviously ties into diving, whether you're free diving or scuba diving. It's all about enjoying the underwater world, right, Kristen? Yeah?
Exactly, yeah. And the more people that we can get to want to enjoy mermaiding and then get into diving, the better. And like, I'm glad that they've started like this year having like the intro to scuba classes. And like now he's got their booth and Patty has theirs. Like, it's like, I think it's like awesome because it's going to just help us gain more people, you know, like the divers of the world.
Yeah, yeah. Are you ready to take on a special case like Jerry the diver guy?
Jerry the diver guy in a mermaid tail would probably not be a sight anybody would want to see.
Well, that is that's an obvious. Oh boy. Yeah, she even made a face. I saw that. I think she just threw up a little bit in her mouth. Do you see that?
Yeah, she secretly likes.
You can see that on Facebook.
I don't blame her.
Live and YouTube and Twitch. We apologized in advance. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I'm obsessed with sharks. I love sharks. I love when they kill people, right?
That's not the part most people love.
No, but it's the part they get excited about.
Yes.
I don't know, what is it? I'm not sure what it is. I forgot. Anyway, this is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. And then we have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. That includes Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, and of course, the Mermaids.
So I have a new one here.
Oh, you got a new mermaid. She hooked Mermaid Kristen hooked in another mermaid. So we, or I don't know, star tapped out for who exactly, Kristen?
So this is Miss Mermaid Michigan, Alyssa. Hello.
Hi, Alyssa. Welcome. How are you?
She is the Naui dive master.
Oh, very good. Yeah. So are you a Naui mermaid instructor yourself? There.
I'm not a mermaid instructor yet, but it's on my list.
Okay. So, but you're just on display promoting the love of mermaids, among other things, I guess, this week at MerMagicCon, right?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. So you've been a mermaid for how long, you figure?
I've been mermaiding for about 3.5 years.
Yeah? Are you a scuba diver too?
Yes, I'm a dive master for Naui. I have 180 hours logged, and I have traveled all over.
Nice.
Listen, Greg, listen.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I was slightly distracted from the video. It happens. You're used to it. Wait, say it again, Kristen. Say it again, Kristen. Say it one more time, Kristen. You cut out. What?
She was just doing the showcase. So there's doing a performance showcase in the pool. So she was just doing all these tricks and stuff underwater. So that's why she looks a little waterlogged.
So Elisa, right? Do I got the name right? Elisa? So Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa. So do you have a particular mermaid trick or move that you like is your go-to move when you're doing a mermaid performance, or what do you think?
When I dive down, I always spiral this way twice, and then I'll roll over on my back, and then I'll do a backflip and pause in the middle and wave, and then I'll do a second backflip and pause in the middle of wave.
Okay,
and then
all right.
With one arm.
Yeah, because they have names for these these performance tricks. Do you actually name that, or just say I'm doing this, this, and this, or I'm going to do the
She just explained it.
No,
I don't know what all the names are.
Yeah, the triple spiral wave dive.
Triple Lindy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You got a triple flip, Alyssa.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Maybe we can come up with a mermaid, a Scuba Radio mermaid move. Kristen, you need to work on that.
It's the one where they run away.
Exactly.
The flying fish fry.
Yeah. Wait, Kristen, you're cutting out. Say that again.
I said I am not the choreographer kind of person. Clearly, Alyssa is the one to do it.
Okay.
Her and Rachel can plan that out because Rachel does the entertainment stuff too, like that.
Yeah. Well, I think CJ nailed it. It'd just be the move when the mermaids are swimming away as fast as they can. Hey, they're doing the Scuba Radio move.
Or they slap the crap out of you with their tail.
Ah, there you go. That's right.
Slap you in the face.
It's inappropriate. Right. Well, I love it. But you guys are having a good time sharing the love of mermaiding, and what came first, the diving and stuff that you did with Naui, or the mermaiding thing? How did you progress there?
I have a lot of water experience. I started competitively swimming when I was 8. I swam for Texas State University, and that's when I started scuba diving. And since then, I have had the pleasure with even diving with Howard Hall. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's a underwater photographer, videographer. in the Socorro Islands, and it just like lit a fire under my butt. And I've just been trying to get any water certificate I could possibly get.
Well, first of all, you don't have a butt. You have a tail, Lisa. I mean, it's plain as day. We can see this. So, but regardless, yeah. Who was the videographer you mentioned? I didn't catch the name.
Howard Hall.
Oh, Howard Hall. You worked with Howard and Michelle and did some stuff with them. Oh, right. Yeah, they're awesome.
Them and went out to the Socorro Islands.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, wow.
it was the best trip of my life.
I bet. Yeah, no, that they actually I idolize their work. They do all that IMAX stuff. Did they shoot a mermaid in IMAX? Or did you talk to? Oh, they did. Oh, wow. Okay.
It was really funny because I was like, I didn't know that I was getting on the same yacht as them. It was totally unplanned. And I walked into the living area and they were showing like this footage of all the like scuba stuff. And I sat down and I was like, oh my God, this video is amazing. Who did that? And they were like, Howard. I was like, Howard, you should work for National Geographic or something because these photos are amazing. And everybody looked at me like I was dumb. They were like, do you know that he doesn't do that?
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of what I do. Yeah. Yeah, he is the man. Well, him and his wife, Michelle, both of them work together on some amazing underwater videography. It's remarkable stuff. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
Photos and how to like do underwater editing and stuff. So I had.
Well, there you go. See, that's what happens when you connect with mermaids. Sometimes you lose the connection because, they have that water interference. You hear what I'm saying? But it sounds like Mermagicon's going very, very well. Thanks for checking in, gang. Kristen, work on your Scuba Radio move or, get a pot of them together and come up with something unique.
We already established it's the swim away.
Yeah, oh, well, okay. But you can do some, add some flair to it at least. Or maybe
we'll do some flips while we swim away.
Flips and, that look of terror.
Flip you off. That's
that's
flip
it.
You off and then
the old flip-off move. Yeah, they're doing the Scuba Radio move. Sounds appropriate for sure. All right, well, that'll wrap it up for this week. Till next time, remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
Down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.